What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Podcast with Nick and Marty. We are back for the second time in a row. Oh my God, what is happening? We
Hey,
are
second
in
time
video
in a row,
form.
putting on a show for these hoes from the Nafa Fo. What it do, baby doe? All right, now I'm sorry.
You're a rapper now?
No. I just had to get that out. Sometimes I just feel that lyricalness. How you doing, Marty? How you doing this week?
I'm good, man. Freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always
Well,
thinking about like the pressure of recording these podcasts now because there's no like pauses anymore, or like
nope.
we can't edit the pauses out anymore. Now it's like whatever happens
Nah.
happens, even if we fuck up.
Exactly. Now, people that were listening to this podcast when it was just audio are gonna realize at how horrible our language is, how
Yeah.
improper we actually sound. They're like, "Wow, these guys actually speak pretty good,"
Yeah.
and then they come to realize that we're absolutely terrible. We stutter all the time. We say the worst things, and now
Yeah.
you just can't edit it out, man. Or
You
when you
can't.
edit out, you see what's going on.
Right.
It's more obvious.
Yeah. Because if we did edit these videos, it would be a bunch of jump cuts, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of takes the authenticity away from it,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, that's the part that I like about these podcast episodes now, is because we get to see the real thing. It's the most
Yeah,
authentic content we can ever put out because
exactly.
there's no editing around it. This is us. If we fuck
I
up,
think
we fuck up.
Yeah, and I think it's meant to be that way, We want the people that are listening or watching the video to feel like they're in this conversation with us. And that's because that's exactly how I feel when I'm listening to the people that I love, like Joe Rogan or whomever.
Yeah, they definitely
So
have pauses for sure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, drinking water and stuff like. I mean, when you're doing a 3-hour podcast like Joe Rogan does, bro, I'm like, jeez.
But that's why it's 3 hours long, because they have no edits. They have no pauses. It's all there.
I mean, it's genius because then they just make clips of it, and you listen to the clip where it's that solid 8 to 12 minutes of them saying some gold. Because Joe Rogan always has gold in it. That's the thing that I remember about his podcast. I'm like, damn, I remember this guy said some crazy stuff about sleep, but it was a 3-hour podcast, and I got to listen to this whole freaking podcast to get to the point to where that stuff that I was talking about, where I could find it. But
Mm.
regardless, usually it is a good podcast to listen to. Did you ever listen to that one where he brings in this guy that talks about sleep and the neurology behind sleep and how important it is, and deep sleep and REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, and all
Mm.
that type of stuff?
You did send me a link, but I never got to check it out, man.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit, bro. You're that type of friend. You're that friend that sends links and then expects other friends to watch it and then don't do the vice versa. You know what I mean? When I send links, you're like, this fucking thing, I'm just going to add it to the list of things I'm never going to watch.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you're a
It's the
jerk.
same with movies. When somebody recommends me a movie, it takes me like a while to get to it, honestly.
It does.
Unless
It
like I
does, bro.
absolutely have nothing else to watch and I'm like desperate, then I'll be like,
Or you have a girlfriend and you have no choice because she's like, baby, we're going to watch these Harry Potter movies.
"Oh wow. You're speaking directly to me, huh?"
Hey, that's what it is, man. You, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I actually, my roommates just finished watching all the Harry Potters again,
Oh really?
and yeah, I
So
want to
you were
watch it.
hearing it in the background like do do do
Oh,
do
oh my!
do
There was one. I remember I
do.
was watching a movie, and I heard the Harry Potter little whistle, like the exactly what you just sung. And I was watching the movie, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like that sounds so familiar. Is there Harry Potter in this movie?" And then I paused the movie, and it kept playing. I was like, "Oh, it's my roommates watching it in the freaking living room."
It definitely gives you a feeling when you're listening to that. It gives
Those are
you
the
a
most iconic
feeling.
movies, bro. When they play the soundtrack, and you're like, "Ooh, I know exactly
Yeah.
where this is from."
Yep. I mean, because they play that fucking tone multiple times
Yep.
in
It's
each
like Star
movie.
Wars. You
Yeah.
may not watch Star Wars, but you know exactly when you hear Star Wars.
Oh yeah. Especially with the beginning credits as well.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it doesn't even have to say Star Wars. You could just You just know. Even though I've
You just
never
hear it.
really watched Star Wars like that, I just know with the fonts flying through the screen and shit.
Right.
You
I
just
think
know.
that's the next series that they're gonna do is Star Wars. They did Lord of the Rings, then Harry Potter, and I think they're gonna do Star Wars next. And I'm gonna hop on the Star Wars train because I love Star Wars,
What do
but
you
I
mean
didn't watch the last
series?
one. A series of movies.
They have a series of movies of Star Wars. What do you mean?
Right. They're,
Oh, you're saying that you're gonna watch.
yeah. Well, they've been watching like they watched Lord of the Rings,
Uh-huh.
and then they watch Harry Potter, and then I think they're gonna watch Star Wars next.
And you don't watch it with them?
I haven't yet because usually, bro, it's long movies and I'm usually working at night, so it's like the worst times for me, honestly.
Yeah. Have you been
But
editing a lot lately?
I've been editing, I've been writing, I've been just trying to create as much content as I can create right now.
Yeah,
Doing some clientele work.
you've been putting out content pretty frequently.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay on that train, man. Like I have a video that I got to edit for this week, and I'm also shooting multiple videos this week. Shooting tomorrow and Thursday.
Ooh,
So
Nicholas.
I gotta stay constant, man. This is it. Cause I told myself, I'm like, bro,
It's now
I
or never.
yeah, like I put in a okay amount of effort into 2020. You know, I think I definitely slacked a little bit, like a lot of people, especially in the beginning of quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of got back into or at least I was in a very good rhythm. And then quarantine happened, COVID hit, and it threw me off everything. And it took me a couple months to kind of bounce back into it, into the rhythm of things,
Yeah.
even physically, you know. And I feel like, bro, yesterday I just had an epitome. I was like, yo, I gained weight.
Really?
I did. I definitely gained. Well,
How much
not
you
like
gained?
so much. I didn't necessarily gain so much weight. I just lost muscle and gained body fat. That's what it is. My
Uh-huh.
weight basically stayed the same. You know, maybe I might have gained 2 or 3 pounds, but I don't go by weight. I just go by how I look, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the most important thing. If you look at yourself and you see, okay, I could see that I'm losing fat and I'm gaining muscle, or that I'm gaining muscle on my chest, or whatever the case may be. That's what I go by. I look myself in the mirror, and right now I could tell that I've gained fat and lost muscle. So
Damn.
today specifically, I started off on this whole new thing, even as far as pushing myself in my exercises, because I've always exercised, but I don't feel like I'm going as hard as I used to, especially when I was going to the gym frequently before quarantine. Because LA, things never opened back here. It's always been closed, so I haven't gone to the gym in months. When the gym opened, it opened for 2 weeks, and I got
Yeah.
to go like 8 times. I was getting
Damn.
back into the rhythm, and then it closed, and then it threw everything off.
The gyms must be suffering right now.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
They haven't been
But
open.
they're
Imagine.
probably still charging people, even though people
No,
aren't going
they're
to the
not.
gym.
They're not. They're not.
Knowing gyms, you can never get out of that fucking membership.
Oh yeah, I feel you. So I remember one time I had to give some semen, donate some sperm so I can get a gym membership.
Hey, I've been hiking 5 days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you, man. That makes me excited.
Yeah, man. Every morning
Wow.
before it gets too hot, you know?
Really? What's every morning? What time do you usually go?
Around like 9 or 10.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Where are you hiking to? You usually drive up somewhere and you go hike?
Yeah, I drive to Griffith. Got a
True.
couple trails there, and sometimes we take the dogs and stuff like that.
True.
But
Are you
definitely
down to
getting
do that one
some.
trail that we did?
Huh?
Are you down to do that one trail again that we did? Or you think you're ready for that?
Which one?
The one that you gave up on?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I just don't like trails that have absolutely no shade. Plus, it was summertime too, so like that's why I chose to do it now, because the weather, bro, is amazing when you go.
It
Like it
is. It
starts off
is.
like super cold, you're like shivering and shit, but as soon as you get your body going, it's the best, bro. The best
No,
weather.
I definitely feel that. Right now is amazing weather in
Yeah.
California. And today was like 80, bro,
No,
no, it
today
was
was
88
hot.
degrees. It was
Today
88
was
degrees.
hot, dude.
I was like, what the hell?
Went to the
Aren't we
beach
in
today.
like middle of fall? What beach you go to?
Huntington. It was like a
Oh,
dog beach. Really dope.
that's nice.
You should definitely take your dog there one day. It's so spacious. It's not like these other beaches where like the dog parks are like super small, you know?
Wow, man. I'm happy for you, man. Look at how a relationship changed you. You got happy, jolly, gained some weight, got some gut around that waist. Got a girl, got 2 daughters and those dogs. You're traveling all the time. Look at you, man. I would have not recognized this, Marty. I would have not foreseen this a year ago. You would have told, well, no, a year ago you're already in the relationship. So a year and a half ago, I would have
Right.
not foreseen this.
I feel like since I started vlogging, it makes me want to get out of the house all the time now.
Yeah, for sure. You
Like
gotta
I need to
create
get
content.
content. I need to do something.
Yeah. So how is your process right now? Are you um I'm guessing you film obviously every day, especially since you go hiking. Do you always bring your camera?
No, not when I'm hiking.
No?
No, I don't want to carry shit when I'm hiking.
I feel you. Yeah, I was about to ask you that because I also feel like it's very good to just have moments where you're not doing that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not my focus when I'm hiking for sure. But like
True.
I do want to like go out more often though. But it sucks cuz they're about to shut shit down again, you know? So
Yeah,
it's
they
like
are. They
fuck, I
are.
need
They
to.
they did, right? He announced it today.
Was it? What happened?
Yeah.
What
I
happened today?
think we're going back into a lockdown.
See, that's
So like
fucking bullshit, dude.
yeah.
Right when I started vlogging.
Yep. That's what it is, man. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
at least
okay.
we got this set up for the podcast. We could do this shit while being locked down for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, you could even use this setup for like YouTube and certain things now, you know.
Yeah.
You're talking about videos depending on what type of video you're going to do. I'm going to use it for certain product videos that I want to do.
Product videos?
Yeah, like
What do you mean?
utilizing all like the film equipment that we have. I want to do a Sony A7S II versus the Sony A7S III, which I just got.
Mm.
And I just got to use it for the first time this weekend on an actual client shoot, and it was freaking spectacular. Everything
Damn.
I expected.
Really?
Everything, yes.
You shot
Everything
in
I
4K?
expected. Yes, I shot in 4K, smooth as butter with this new chip.
Mm.
Transporting that, it was about 70 gigs of footage. Took 4 minutes. It was amazing.
4 minutes for 70 gigs?
Yes,
Wow, that's impressive.
man, it was amazing. Amazing. Everything was butter smooth.
So you haven't been
Uh,
shooting your skits with it?
No, no. I'm about the reason being is because um I ordered the camera to Florida and then my mom sent it over to California. And when she sent it over to California, I didn't realize that the batteries came separate from the camera. I thought it all came together. So she
Right.
sent one package and a whole bunch of things happened in her life that she couldn't send that second or the second package with all those batteries for a couple of days. So
Hmm.
I'm supposed to get the batteries I think tomorrow or something like that. But
Do you have only
because
one
of this
battery
client,
for it?
no, because of this client shoot, he actually bought me 3 more batteries in order to use this camera. Because I was
Oh,
like, yo, I
nice.
could shoot in the Sony A7S II. I have the 3, but I don't have batteries for it. He was like, what if I buy you batteries? I was like, dope. I was like, cool. So I got batteries out of
Sick.
it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So now
cool.
I'm gonna have a shitload of batteries. But bro, those batteries, it's insane how much longer those batteries last. Shooting in 4K, bro. I went through 2 batteries this whole shoot, shooting in 4K.
How long was the shoot?
Um, it was 2 days, hours wise. The first day was probably 4 or 5 hours, and the second day was I'd say three hours about.
True. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
remember the A7S too. Oh my god, it barely lasts.
Oh, barely lasts, especially in 4K. Oof,
Yeah,
man,
and
this
like the
camera's
the
a
screen
beast.
dims too when you're shooting 4K, which is so weird,
Oh
right?
yeah, there's certain. Well, I don't know what it is. I think there's a certain setting that you could change that, but you won't. You'll shoot for less time.
Mm-hmm.
Your record time will definitely be cut because it might overheat.
Yeah, I definitely want to see your camera though.
Oh man, I love it. The autofocus is mm,
Damn,
amazing. I love it. I
that's
absolutely love
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Very, very good buy. So I want to do a video focused on should you buy the 3 over the 2, and kind of like a I could do multiple videos, compare and contrast, and should you buy?
Should you?
So, yes, 100%.
Now people don't have to watch your video. You already said the answer right here.
Piece of shit, bro. Got jailbaited into this.
Yeah, man. Guys, don't watch his video anymore. Yeah. The answer is right here.
Unless you want to find out why. Unless you want to find out why. Now I'm not going to tell you why. So that's the most important thing.
Damn, I should have asked you and then said that shit.
Now I'm not going to say shit, bro. Man, I know you're not into video games, but the damn PS5 just came out, man.
You got it?
I didn't. Because I suck.
Why? Aren't you a gamer?
Hell yeah. I love video games. I mean, honestly, I don't game that much. I don't wish I game more. But because I have here's what it is. When I was younger, it was always, damn, I don't have enough money to buy this. Now it's like I have the money sitting there waiting for it, but now I can't buy it. That's the problem.
Why can't you buy it?
Because it's sold out, man. Are you kidding? Did you not hear about this?
No, I'm not into this shit, so I don't know.
Oh man.
So it's sold out everywhere?
Crazy. So there was a pre-order about a month or two ago. And it sold out in 5 minutes, the pre-orders.
Oh damn.
And because of COVID and everything like that, traditionally for the PS4, the PS3, so on and so forth, they would always have physical copies that you could go to the store and buy them. But now, because of COVID, that's not happening. You could only get them in store. So what they're doing is
in stores or online.
Well, sorry, sorry. You could only get it online, but they're gonna release them at these stores, and you have to go online and look at the location, see if it's available, and if you get it, exactly, so on and so forth. And then Walmart ended up doing something where they released they did 4 different releases. So they did all Eastern time, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. Coronavirus. So they did those releases, and I literally try to get one every single time. The site would crash because so many people would be trying to do the same thing. And the loading time would be forever. It would take so long. By the time that it finished loading up, it was sold out. It happened to me 4 different times. I was super frustrated.
They don't have it at Target?
They don't have it anywhere, bro. Anywhere. Bro,
just
they
Walmart?
Are selling everywhere. I try to buy it everywhere, not just Walmart. Walmart was my example. I try to buy it at Target as well. I try to buy it at B&H. I try to buy
even
it at
Sony.com.
Sony, they don't have it, Marty.
Damn.
You could buy it on eBay, bro. They were trying to sell it on eBay. There was a listing for $20,000.
Get the fuck out.
Who
the fuck would pay for that?
I don't know. I think it was more of like a joke listing. Like they did it, but it was just to get publicity, I think. But what I did see that was a constant thing on eBay was the PS4, which is a $500 system. If you get the one that has the Blu-ray player in it, they would sell it for $2,000. Multiple listings for $2,000
for the PS4,
or sorry, PS5.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so what's so special about the PS5?
It's just the hype around it, man. It's just like, what the fuck is so?
But like the technology, though, is it like how much better is it from the PS4?
Oh yeah, it's way better. It's like almost uncomparable.
How so?
The graphics card is way much better. The SSD, it's way quicker. Apparently now there's literally no load up time, or the load up time might be like 1 or 2 seconds, 3 seconds here in the game. Yeah, it's supposed to be crazy. The controller, I should say, has these crazy capabilities, and I don't know, man. It's all a hype. Obviously, it's marketing. Honestly, it's not necessarily about the system. It's about the games that come out for it.
Isn't there a new Xbox that came out as well?
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about that shit.
Really?
A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying that right there. I mean,
yeah, for real. You're definitely gonna get a lot of haters.
People definitely. I don't know if it's sold out, but I heard, and I had multiple point of contacts that were like, "Oh shit, we can't get you a PS5, but if you're looking for an Xbox, I can get you an Xbox." So I had multiple people telling me that, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't care about that,
See,
honestly.
Xbox should have made their shit more limited as well, just so the hype could be up there like
I
a
mean,
PS5.
I think they did, bro. Honestly, I
Really?
think it's just that, yeah. Because as far as sales goes, PS4 beat the mess out of the Xbox. I think it's Xbox One. I don't know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, it beat the mess out of the Xbox in sales. So I haven't seen the numbers yet, but I'm guessing the sales also did way much better for Sony as opposed to Microsoft in this recent launch.
Right. See, I
But
like
yeah,
the fact that on a computer when you play games on there, you can like upgrade the processor, the graphics card, the
right,
memory and all
right,
that stuff. You don't have to wait for the next console to come out in order for you to
right.
like have a better system.
Yeah. No, yeah,
And I
100%.
like the fact that you could use your mouse too. It's more accurate, when playing
Depending on what
games.
game you're playing.
Yeah, because if
But
it's because I've seen people play Call of Duty on their computer, so I don't know which one's better if it's playing on a
plus
controller or the
you could always
computer.
connect, well, you could connect the controller to your computer if you really want,
Yeah,
if you really want that
but
experience.
which one is like better to play with? I guess that depends on your
I
preference, right?
mean, well, sure, but at the same time, if you really go deep into it, obviously the best way is to go computer, because computer, like you said, you can upgrade it and make it as fast as you want, and it will have absolutely no lag. But the Xbox and the PlayStation, they have limitations. You buy what you get, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
But
But do
yeah,
they have the same games for all these consoles?
no, they have certain exclusives. That's kind of what makes you want to buy one or the other.
So
There
what's
are
exclusive with the PS5 that you can't get anywhere else?
right now I have no idea, but I've always been a PlayStation guy, and there are certain games that I know that are going to be exclusive to the PlayStation that are going to come out in the near future.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go PlayStation. I was already
I
planning on
think
getting that.
I think if they released Grand Theft Auto 6 on exclusively on the PS5,
That wouldn't
I
happen.
would probably me go out of my way to get it.
That
And I'm
wouldn't
not
happen.
even a gamer. I don't play video games whatsoever.
That would not happen.
But Grand Theft Auto is like the only game that like would convince me to do so.
Yeah, but that would never happen.
Why not?
The only way that would happen, and it doesn't make sense for both companies, because for it to make sense for Rockstar, which is the developer of Grand Theft Auto,
Hmm.
they need to be able to guarantee that they're going to make more money in just selling for PlayStation than selling for both PlayStation and Xbox.
Right.
So that means that Sony would have to give them a lump sum of money.
Yeah, like pay them a
You know what I mean?
premium price just to have that
Exactly.
exclusivity.
And that means that Sony would have to be able to see that they're profiting, and because that they're making Grand Theft Auto an exclusive, that people are converting over to PlayStation if it's enough conversions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, if I
So
was Sony, I would pay whatever it takes for Rockstar to create an exclusive Grand Theft Auto game.
I don't. Like I said, bro. I don't think it makes sense for them.
For
The
Sony?
money. I don't think it makes sense, because I think they'll end up losing money in the long term.
Oh my god. If I was Sony, I would present a deal that's undeniable.
I mean,
I'll
sure,
fucking
you could present them a lot of money, but like I said, it's not just about. It has to make sense
Rockstar?
for for Sony. It has to make sense for Sony. You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna get their money's worth by giving? Let's say if they give Rocks, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they spent. First off, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the most expensive produced game of all time. If not the first, I think it's the second, which I believe they spent over $100 million in
Get the fuck
produ-
out.
Yes,
A
yes.
hundred million
I'm
dollars
I'm
to
actually
develop
gonna
a
look.
game?
Let's see.
Bro, seriously?
How much did it
This is
take
like
to
the same
produce
budget
Grand
as a
Theft Auto?
Transformer movie.
Oh, bro, think about how much animation goes into that.
No, I get it. Like creating video games is so much harder than just creating animations. You have to create a world that's like controllable by the user. So just
It
that
says
by
here, look,
itself.
Media analysts, whoever the fuck, estimated that games development budget exceeded US 137 million.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Ooh. Wait, what? And that the combined development and marketing, so the combined development and marketing efforts exceeded $265 million.
Oh my God. I did not know it was that expensive to create a video game.
Bro, they're making so much money. I'm sure they've made over $1 billion off that already.
Oh yeah. Especially
They're
with all
making
the
so.
older Grand Theft Auto games.
My guy, it came out for the PS3. It came out for the PS3, relaunched for the PS4, and now it's gonna be on the PS5 again.
Hmm.
It's insane, insane. And honestly, when I get the PS5, I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna replay the story mode because I think Grand Theft Auto is just that entertaining. It's a game that I would love to play every like 4 years or so, because you forget the story and then you're like, oh, this is fun. In the pastime, if you want to just do something fun, just play some GTA.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm a story mode type of guy. I don't really like campaign
No?
unless it's Call of Duty. That's the same thing. Sorry, I don't like online unless it's Call of Duty. But I
Right.
like story mode. Like Grand Theft Auto. I love playing the story, not Grand Theft Auto online.
Yeah, plus you don't experience the whole oh fuck my internet failed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you hardly experience that nowadays with the technology and stuff. Like my PS4, I have it directly plugged into a
Ethernet.
it's an Ethernet, but it's I forgot what it's called specifically. So my Ethernet cable and my modem is in the living room, and I have this power cable that I put into the modem, and then I could put it all the way in my room, and it'll give the same strength of internet signal through
Really?
that little thing. Yeah,
Have you done tests? Like
yeah, I have.
speed tests?
Oh my god, it's so much quicker. It's stupid quicker.
Damn, I need
That's
to
why I
get that
got it.
too because I've been uploading and downloading a lot lately.
Yeah, that's why I got it because
I have to run a
for
big ass Ethernet cable from my computer all the way to the modem in the living room.
I
Whenever
mean
whenever I upload a lot.
before I had it, my video games online used to lag all the time.
Hmm,
Never had that problem anymore.
that's good.
Way quicker.
What do you think is the best invention of the last 50 years?
Shit, dude, are you crazy? I have no idea. That's a crazy ass question to ask.
I'll probably say the internet. Is the internet an invention or a discovery?
Good question.
Because
What's the
if you had the
difference?
tools, you would still be able to access
Nah,
the internet,
I
no?
nah, I think it's an invention
Really?
because it wasn't already made, and then they discovered it. It was invented.
Yeah, but like they tapped into something that was like already a communication channel, no? Like it was already
I don't think so.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to like put this into words, but I could see how it could be a discovery instead of an invention, you know?
Mm,
Same
like
with like FM radio, like who in like it's like I get that someone invented the radio to tune in into a certain frequency, but that
right.
frequency was already there in the first place, you know? You just have to put programming into it so other people can tune in. Does that make
I,
any
I,
sense?
s- I see what you're saying. Like you have to discover those frequencies in a sense, but they
But
had to invent the tools to discover those frequencies.
right.
You know?
But yeah, I definitely think the internet is like the fucking craziest invention ever.
Yeah, yeah. I can't think of it. What's something that would be bigger or
Probably Bitcoin.
somewhat equivalent? Nah, the internet before that. Because if we have no internet, there's no Bitcoin.
There is the blockchain. The blockchain could run without the internet.
It could. It's just that I guess I can't imagine it because the internet came so much more before the
Yeah,
blockchain.
yeah, for sure.
What's something that came before the internet? What was the major thing? Was
I
it
think
radio
I think radio, yeah, or
or
cable
the
television.
nuclear weapon?
Mm, true. When did they
I
invent
mean,
that? That was in the 40s, right?
for World War II.
Right.
So
Weren't they
what they
like
did,
weren't
so
they like planting that shit in a desert somewhere?
well, yeah, they were running tests in the desert, but what I heard is that we didn't necessarily have everything for the weapon for the atomic bomb, but once we killed off the Germans, we stole all their scientists, and it was their scientists because if you look it up, it's actually a German scientist
Right.
that really invented it,
Mm-hmm.
and
They stuck him in Area 51.
basically and then put a gun to his head and like, yo, you get to work, Nazi, get to work.
Damn.
Man,
Have you
honestly
seen
though,
the Hills Have Eyes?
I have. It was a long time ago, but that was a pretty good movie.
Like the fucking people are all like crazy looking because of the radiation in the town.
Yes.
That's just
Yes.
nuts. I still
It
like
is.
think about that shit.
Bro, I could only imagine. Bro, when they dropped that bomb in Japan, you still can't live there.
At the area that they dropped it at,
Yeah, you can't live there.
there's still radiation there, huh?
For sure. Man, the
That's so crazy how it
our
lingers like that.
military does so much fucked up shit, bro. It's
They do so much
insane.
damage in other countries, bro.
Oh my, bro. So when they're testing all these weapons, there's nuclear waste. You know what I mean? And they're making these weapons. There's nuclear waste. So they ended up putting all this nuclear waste inside of an island in the middle of the Caribbean or something like that. I don't know where it is honestly, but they put it in this island. You could look it up. It's a documentary on YouTube.
Wait, what does
And
it look like? It's in
it's
the
literally
air?
it's what?
Like, what does a nuclear waste look like? Is it in the air? Like, how do they control it? How do they put it in
Nah,
an
I think
island?
it's like plasma and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like that, like
But
goo
plasma
and like
where?
liquidy.
Oh, really? Like, and
Yeah,
it's just on the ground?
yeah, 100%. And they just gotta, they gotta contain it, or I don't know, maybe how they make it and they mix the chemicals. They have to extract certain chemicals out, and that's the waste.
All right, so what were you saying? They put it in an island?
So there's this island which is inhabited by some people, and off that island there's a smaller island where the military went and they dug a hole, put a whole bunch of nuclear waste in there, and basically put a dome on top of it. Over the years, it started leaking. People started reporting like that crazy things have started happening from the radioactivity going through their body, and not to mention the people that were sent to do that mission in the military, they had no idea that that shit was radioactive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And later on in their lives, they all caught cancer. A whole bunch of them
Ah,
died from this
shit.
and that. Exactly,
Bro,
bro.
can
The
you imagine
military.
how mad you would be if you found out the reason why you had a crazy ass illness? I'll be so mad at the government.
Man, they don't care though, bro. You're a number once you really get in that military, and that's the thing that I hated about the military. I have so much respect for the people in the military because they sacrifice so much,
Yeah,
including sacrificing their lives to the people in suits that
right.
run the government.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing because those people will never step foot in a war zone.
Hell
You know what I
no.
mean? They don't know what the fuck it's really like to be out there, to actually be in the military and have to devote your life into possibly killing somebody that you have no personal agenda against,
Yeah.
but your country is fighting their country and supposedly that guy's a terrorist.
Yeah. You could
It's
be in the
crazy,
wrong
bro.
side and you don't
Yeah.
you don't even know it because you're just following orders.
That's at the end of the day, that's what it is, bro. Americans are terrorists in other countries. When there's
That's a bold
somebody
statement.
putting it's true. It's true because if our military is out there in a different country, they're considered terrorists. They're not from the country and they're terrorizing. They're putting their morals, values, beliefs, their system into play, whether you like it or not.
Mm,
And they say it's for protection.
yeah.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
Insane. I can't
But I mean,
imagine like being in the opposite side of this, honestly.
what do you
Where
mean opposite
like
side of
where
this?
like the US is attacking me, you know?
Right? Like
Like the
luckily
US
we've never
had Like
Ima-
the U.S. has like the strongest military in the world. I would hate for them to target that shit at me. You know?
Imagine if the U.S. were to get into war with Brazil, which I don't think would ever happen, but still,
Yeah, I don't know.
imagine that.
What do you think would happen?
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, during the war in World War II, they put Japanese people that lived here in the United States that were citizens into basically concentration camps.
Damn.
Yeah,
Can you
it just
imagine people just
they just
start
didn't kill
hating
them off, but
Brazilians?
it could happen, bro.
Yeah.
Easily. It's all marketing. It's all propaganda. It's so
Yeah.
easy for that to happen.
Yeah.
So you never
Yeah, the
know,
media
man.
definitely influences a lot of people's
Yeah,
opinions.
yeah. And movies, the media is the movies and the radio and music and all this stuff. They control all of this stuff, bro. If the government steps in and intervenes, they could just say, "Hey, we're not putting that type of stuff out. We want to make sure that we put these type of movies that are going to influence people's thinking." You know, they will fund movies with Hollywood actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, whatever the case may be, to make us feel a certain type of way
To
about.
influence, you're saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro. The
Right.
government has always been in Hollywood. Always. The
Well,
CIA,
yeah, the CIA has
always.
been involved for sure.
Always.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy. You don't know what to believe in.
But do you think these actors, like Leo, for example, do you think he's conscious of that? Do you think he knows what he's doing, or do you think he's just taking
Maybe
in the
not.
paycheck and doing
Maybe
his job?
not. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, bro. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. You can't say he is because sometimes you don't know. You're just kind of like looking at it like, wow, look at this great opportunity. This is a great story. I love this from an artistic point of view.
Yeah,
But then you don't realize that, oh, damn, like this is
there's like
saying
an
something
agenda
fucked up.
behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It could go either or.
Do you
I
think
just
people
know this shit
change?
crazy. Yeah, I definitely think we change. I think we change a lot. I would say we completely change, not completely change, but we're a whole different version of ourselves within every 5 to 7 years. And then every year is like a gradual difference.
Yeah, that's what I always say. 7 years. But I mean, like to think about it, like if you really think about it, like last year, my life was completely different. So
Completely different. Your life has
maybe
changed
that was
dramatically,
like the threshold, you know, that was like
but
where 7 years passed by. I don't
I
know.
mean, sure, you could look at it, but I also feel like, there's just some times where there's drastic changes. I'm sure I'm a totally different person than I was a year and a half ago when I moved to LA. I got
Yeah,
thicker skin, I got more responsibilities, I got shit that, I can't fail here. I can't afford to
yeah.
fail.
No, because I
So,
feel like I've changed as well. But then, like sometimes we hang out with people like Dro, for example, our friend Dro. I feel like he's the same fucking dude that
same
he
person.
was like 5 years ago than when we first met
10,
him. 10 years ago,
15,
like he's he's still the same guy.
still the
There's
same person,
nothing
bro.
different about him.
Nope. But I mean, some people are just like that. There's some people that won't change, and there's some people that do change.
Yeah,
I personally think I changed a lot. I know
right.
you changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely certain people that I talk to sometimes, and I'm like, oh wow, this person's exactly the same person that
Yeah, for
I
sure.
last talked to
For
years
sure.
ago.
For sure. It's crazy because I think I definitely seen a crazy shift, in this in you and how you changed in the past year, and same thing with our other good friend Larry,
Right.
because he had a kid and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
just like in the past 2 years, like the 2 year progress of everybody, we're different people through experiences and things like that.
Yeah. You've been evolving a lot too. Not like in a relationship uh scenario, but as far as your career.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for sure.
you're definitely a lot better than when you first came to LA.
Oh yeah,
Like you have an awareness of like what it's like really being on set now and knowing certain terms and
yeah,
knowing people's roles, and even having more creativity because you've been
Yeah,
practicing more.
exactly, bro. And that's what it is. That's why I just got to put this fire and then turn it into a torch and get it going. Get it going. Cannot stop.
Yep.
It just it's frustrating at times, because I envy the fact that you chose to just do YouTube and like you're able to do that. I can't do that. I can't just choose one thing. Like I want to do YouTube and I'm doing YouTube, but it's going to be at a way slower rate because my efforts are in other things. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
what do you mean? Like you're saying that you can't like just change what you're doing like willingly?
I can't just do one thing. Like I cannot just do YouTube. Like I have to. I love doing skits and I'll never stop doing skits.
Uh-huh.
YouTube, I love doing YouTube. Clients, I kind of get a little bit of a high from like dealing with clients and just being able to get a sale and
Like
negotiating, getting
satisfying them.
yeah, or and like just being able to myself like selfishly get better,
Mhm.
get be a better salesperson, be a better communicator, be a better director, knowing what they want as a vision and trying to make that come to life and communicating with people and all that.
But you like it even when you're stressed? Cuz I remember when we shot a music video a couple weeks ago, you had a lot of duties in that job because you're directing the project and I saw how stressed you became. Like do you like that? Like do you feel, I mean obviously you feel like satisfied afterwards because it paid off
Right.
and it came out good, but like at the time when you're actually directing it, like are you in a good place? Are you enjoying yourself?
I mean, yes and no, because there's like no time to really sit there and think like, wow, this is awesome. Like I might do that. There's times that I'll be like, damn, this is dope. I'll take that minute. But there's
Yeah.
just so much responsibility and so much pressure on the board that you're like, I'm a robot at that point. I'm just like tunnel vision. Let's just move forward. Let's get this done. This is what we got to do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. It's like a problem that you have to solve.
yeah, but I love that personally because that pressure is only making me better because there's gonna be so much more bigger shoots, bro. That was nothing compared to what we're gonna do,
No,
and
yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean. So if
I
I
just
can't
like
handle that, I can't handle anything bigger. If I can am able to handle that video and how it comes out, now I know I'm able to take the next step. I'll feel
mhm.
so much more confident when somebody comes up to me and be like, "Hey, I got $100,000 to make this short film. I want
Right.
you to produce it, direct it, and help me write it." I'm gonna
Mhm.
feel a lot more confident, you
Yeah.
know, because it could be scary, bro, if you're not used to this stuff. And there's a lot of creators out there that are either just starting out or they're just creating on their iPhones or something that's not too expensive where they don't necessarily know too much of their craft. And when you get hit with if somebody comes up to you and says, "Here's 100K, let's create a short film." Personally, 4 or 5 years ago, I would be nervous as shit. I would take it on, but I would be nervous as shit to create a short film if somebody
Yeah.
presented me the opportunity with $100,000 on the table.
Right, cuz I mean especially cuz I mean even now like I would like the thing
I mean,
about
yeah,
someone else giving you $100,000 makes you think like, "Oh fuck, I need to make this guy's money back plus more because he's
you're right,
investing
right,
it for a return." So it would
right.
like even till today it would still be a lot of pressure.
A
And
hundred
there's
percent.
people like dealing with that with millions of dollars.
Yes. But in order to deal better with that pressure, I could deal with it better today because I took on that pressure of that music video. Because there was a
Yeah,
shitload of pressure on me. At the end of
right.
the day, if it flopped, it was all going to fall on my shoulders.
Mhm.
From everybody's perspective, from the crew to all the parents that were there and their kids that put in this effort, from
Yeah.
the managers to the actual artists and the people, my clients that were paying me.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's only a few
everything.
$1,000. Imagine a couple millions.
Exactly, bro. So I mean, this was definitely the biggest budget that I ever dealt with because to rent the school, all the people involved, getting COVID compliance officers, we had 50, 60, 70 people on set, bro.
If you
So,
guys don't know what project we're talking about, it's actually out right now on YouTube. It's called Baby I by Piper Raquel. It's a music
Yeah.
video that Nick directed, and I shot and edited. So it came out pretty cool, actually. I like the
Yeah.
way it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah. I
But
I mean,
obviously, everything doesn't go according to plan. But
right.
for what it's worth, it was really good, I think.
No, yeah, for sure, 100%. And I mean, I, I it came out good. I don't think it came out great, but that's because there's just some things that are out of your control. Like we expected more extras to be on set. That didn't happen, so we kind of had to cheat it and
Improvise.
improvise exactly. And you're
Yeah.
gonna deal with that all the time. Plus, the amount of work that went into it was a 1 day shoot. It was a 12-hour shoot, and we shot 4 different locations carrying a whole bunch of different equipment. It was a lot of work.
Mm.
And I actually just saw it yesterday again, for the first time in a couple weeks, and it almost has 10 million views.
That's
It was
crazy.
trending. It was like number 38, I think, on YouTube at one point.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. Jesus. Oh my
That's a lot
God.
of people. That's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's perfect because we have our names attached to it. So if
Yeah.
anybody asks something like, "Hey, we're responsible for this,"
Yeah.
really, it feels good to seeing that from the beginning, from getting that first initial phone call, like, "Hey, we have a song, we want to create something, we want to shoot it out of high school. What do you got?" And then coming up with an idea, a story,
Yeah.
really fixing the story together, getting choreography involved. People don't see the
It's a lot of
amount.
little pieces for
It's
sure.
it's so much. People do not see that when they just watch a 3 minute, 2 minute music video.
They
You know what I
watch the
mean?
music video and they be like, eh.
That shit sucks. Fuck it.
Yeah. I guess that's all the time we have for today's podcast, guys.
Oh wow, 47 minutes.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening or watching to the podcast with Nick and Marty. I really like this whole format. I can't wait to talk about more things in the future and have you guys look at me and Nick's ugly ass face. So thank you guys again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And we also have another channel that is just the clips from each episode. So I actually like the clips channel more than the full length podcast channel.
I mean, I always like the clips channel better because you can
Yeah.
just find like an actual subject. That was my
Yeah.
thing always about doing the audio podcast, and I always told you, I was like, bro, like, we talk about so much shit, and then you label it this, but we talk
Yeah.
about so many different things. By the time we talk about what you named it, it's like 30 minutes into the video. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That was my thing. But now with the clips, it's like this, and we talk about that subject for 8 minutes, whatever the case may be.
No, I love it. I love this whole format.
Yeah, same. It's funny. I saw that little sneak diss in there calling me ugly, and you didn't even give me a chance to breathe and make a comeback, bro. I saw how you did that. It was slick. You went from calling me ugly straight to, oh, and by the way, we also have this other channel. You didn't even give me any time to talk. So
Oh yeah, what
I'll
do you
give
have
you
to
that,
say
Marty.
back, Nick?
I don't, man.
Exactly.
Your
You
face
know
speaks
you're
for
ugly.
itself. Your face speaks for itself. I don't have to say anything.
I like
But
my face.
actually, I do have to say something. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. We really do. We appreciate you guys watching. We also have merchandise at the merch store. Is that what it's called? See, I don't even know the name of the own fucking store.
merch.com.
merch.com. There it is. So
Yeah.
cop some merch, guys.
Yes.
Support.
We should start a Patreon soon. I think that would be pretty lit.
I like that. And then we can move on to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Show some nips.
Hell yeah. Wintertime, I'm going to be wearing my gray sweat shorts or sweatpants. You already know.
Okay. Let's end this. All right, guys. Peace out. See you next week.
Deuces.